Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What is up?
Yo, boys.
Yo.
Dogs. Wow, 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 wow.
Dogs.
Yo,
It's
dogs.
a cat household.
Oh, man.
How's
Cat
everybody's
house.
dogs going? Doing?
Good. My dog wore a hoodie for a week. She loved it.
Cute.
First time we put it on, it was like...
Did she love it?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, the first time we put it on, it was like, it lasted like a couple hours. But now that it's freezing, she just like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
another layer?
So cold here. Yeah, welcome to coming to you live from the polar vortex in Minnesota.
Yeah. It's going to be cold.
My dog got a bath today, and that was great.
Even the weather is working against our, the siege.
The occupation.
The siege that's happening. So I was watching Scrubs today, and I thought to myself, what are the best sitcoms?
Okay.
And I wrote down what I think my top 5 sitcoms are. Number 1, because I always think about the fact that you say I hate sitcoms.
Well, you do.
I don't.
According to this podcast.
Well, no, I just
that we've done for many years.
I just like good sitcoms.
You like sitcoms that you've actually watched.
Well, yeah, but it's not like I'm going to watch Baby Daddy and say that's a good sitcom.
How do you know?
I think I know.
We ruin every show that we watch on this podcast. That's what we do.
We've watched all of these shows that I'm about to list. I listed my top 5.
Can I?
And yeah, you can. But
Top
and
5.
and I will say out of the top 5, 3 of them I've watched since we started this podcast.
Today?
Yeah.
Just now?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like all the way through?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's going to mess up my order, I think.
I'm in no particular order with what I wrote down.
No particular order.
No.
That's wild.
I just wrote.
It's not even a.
I just wrote what are the top.
It's not even like a David Letterman's list.
Nah.
Well, okay, that's easy then. I feel like The Office.
No.
Really?
No.
Okay, Parks and Rec.
No.
Are you serious? Okay, Scrubs.
Yes.
Frasier.
Yes.
Roseanne.
Oh, come on.
Wings.
I don't know if I've ever seen.
News. Oh, Wings is fucking great. News Radio.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Some of these would probably be in the top 10, but I only wrote top 5.
Wow.
So
These are completed shows? Or not necessarily?
Shows that
Oh
you've
yeah.
watched?
They're all old and done.
Okay.
I mean, not old and done, but they're all
Oh, Seinfeld. Duh.
100%.
Idiot.
Because
So
I was
what is
thinking
that,
like
3?
Always Sunny, but that's not done.
Yeah, they're definitely all done. So,
Mhm.
I mean, Sunny would probably be up there, but I didn't think about it because it wasn't done.
So Seinfeld, Frasier, Scrubs.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Scrubs might be in the running for one of the best sitcoms of all time. Since I've been watching it, holy
Mhm.
hell, that show's so good. I mean, I haven't
Very
gotten
good.
to the ABC section.
Well, that doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
I mean, like The Office?
No, I already said no to that.
You
He
no to
said
The
no.
Office?
I got a Joe
British
favorite.
Office. Oh, Community.
Community? Okay.
Nice.
I thought maybe like The Office would be above that, but okay.
I think The Office is good.
Yeah.
And it's probably definitely in my top 10. I just think it's maybe a little too normy.
Okay. And maybe a little long.
It's definitely a little long.
Like there's some downer seasons for sure.
yeah, and I would
there's
say
several bad seasons.
the last one that you guys haven't guessed, maybe not left field per se, but when you think sitcom, maybe you don't think about it as much. It's maybe more of a family sitcom. It's not Modern Family. It's got
Married with Children.
no.
The Simpsons.
Also, technically, it's not Joe coded by any means, but it's got a Joe boy in it, or a Joe man.
A Joeman.
Joeman.
Who's a Joeman?
That 70s show.
Yeah, you're a big Danny
Really?
master.
Yeah, Big Daddy Master.
Ooh, wow.
No, just Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah.
Just dove straight. Okay.
Fez. No, I
Huh.
was thinking he's got a Joe Man in it with Joe's favorite show of all time. Well, maybe second favorite show, depending on
Malcolm
which.
in the Middle.
That's the one.
Yeah, good pick.
Oh, okay.
Those are the top 5.
A gentleman. Okay.
Malcolm in the
With-
Middle, Frasier, Seinfeld, Scrubs, Community. I think those are my top 5 sitcoms.
Interesting.
Snubbed Friends. Hard.
Yeah.
I'll be
well,
honest, I don't think Friends would be in my top 10 even.
Friends does not really hold up as well as people think it does. I think it's a nostalgia factor for a lot of people, but I was forced to do a full watch, and let me tell you.
The most nostalgic show out of all of these for me is Scrubs, and we watched that when we were in college.
Yeah. A lot
Be-
of good times.
Be it that was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, God. I did to say that.
Sorry to say that. But, so I'm not holding like my family used to watch this, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. It's not there.
Yeah.
So disagree or not, that's what I'm running with. I just thought about that because I would assumed like what's your top 5, and probably before about maybe 2-3 months ago, I don't know if I would have said Scrubs is up there. And rewatching Scrubs, I was just like, holy hell, this
You would
show's
have
so
kind
good.
of forgotten.
Yeah, I just forgot how good it was.
In love. Yeah. Really freaking good. I want to watch all those shows,
You should.
but we've already done those on this podcast.
Yeah,
So
can't watch those tonight. Joe,
Yo.
this is not Josh List podcast. What is this for anybody uninitiated?
It's a TV pod. We take a TV show and analyze it based on its first and last episode by, you guessed it, watching the first and last episode only. So we'll watch the first episode and talk about how we feel about it, and then try to make predictions for what we think is going to happen in the last episode, and then watch that episode, see how we did, and then review the show as a whole for how it began and ended.
You started
Nailed
that.
it.
You started that off, and I was like, man, this might be Joe's best one yet.
Then it went downhill from there.
wrap it up, Joe.
But you also brought a show for us.
I did. It's kind of a we haven't really done this before, where it's kind of a, I'm gonna stumble on my like words here because I don't know what the proper language is, but it's a reboot or a reimagining.
Okay.
It's like a show that had existed before, and then they just like did it again but different, whatever you want to call that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, reimagining.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Final Fantasy VII
Not a reboot.
remake is
Remake.
new but different.
It's a
Yeah,
remake, yeah.
it would be kind of like Final Fantasy VII remake.
This is the Final Fantasy VII remake of shows.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Except Final Fantasy VII Remake, that was only like, it's like the first disc, if that.
Well, sure,
True.
but technically, Rebirth is part of the remake.
Mm-hmm.
They just decided to go with this
Instead
renaming.
of saying
Mhm.
part
Convention.
2.
I
Yeah.
remember thinking, I was like 40 hours into Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I was just like, this isn't going to be the whole game, is it?
We barely touched the plot.
No, just Midgar. The first 6 hours of the original PlayStation 1 game is now a 40-hour standalone.
So is Rebirth like another disc? Is there more coming out, or
Rebirth is like the second game in the trilogy of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
okay?
And
so
it
there's going to
is
be one more?
so there's gonna be one more Redux. No, I don't think I don't think they have the. It's definitely gonna be something though.
Remix? Little history lesson. Where is this in the Wikipedia? In 2019, a young fellow named Morgan Cooper uploaded a short film to YouTube called Bel-Air. It was a completely like fan-made film that was just like a like what if there was like a dramatic version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I remember
Nice.
seeing this video on YouTube, and we should probably go back to it at some point tonight and go watch that video again. But it was like, like a fake trailer for like what if they made like a movie that was like a
okay.
serious drama of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it got a lot of attention, specifically from Will Smith. And
course.
then it turned into an actual show. The
produced by Will Smith, yeah, or like
Yes.
or like funded by
That's what I was gonna say.
everyone's
is like,
favorite comedian slapper.
I've been trying to figure out like who's actually in charge of this show, and it's all very fuzzy. There are like 20 executive producers listed on the show.
Grief.
Like literally, I'm just like scanning the names here. I think it's like 20 names. And then they had this duo, TJ Brady and Rashid Newson, that were the showrunners for the first season, and then from second season on, it's yeah.
How long is this show?
4 seasons total.
Really?
Yeah, and then second season on, it is Carla Banks Waddles. But then
Okay.
when I tried to read like the Deadline article about like, hey, these 2 guys left for creative differences and now they hired this person, it's like they never say like who the they is. It's just like this show has a million executive producers. Because really I was trying to figure out like, did this guy Morgan Cooper just like YouTube post his way into like a dream where he like made like a funny video and then all of a sudden got a job making a TV show? I don't think it's quite that. It doesn't appear, because he's not the showrunner. He is listed as an executive producer, but I wonder if that's just kind of like, hey man, this was your idea, good for you.
Here's a little bit of money.
Yeah, and
He's not even like created by.
right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
He's listed as he's the director of the first episode. So I kind of imagine they like brought him in to like get his thoughts on like what the story might be and any ideas he might have. And then we're sort of like, cool, man, we'll take it from here and let him direct the first episode. But then it's just like, all right, man, we'll see ya. Good job.
Wild.
But yeah, so interesting idea. And like, it, you know, timeline wise, if it, the short was posted in 2019 and then the deal was made, like mid 2020, it's like at a time where there's a lot of streaming services trying to get some material. Including like HBO Max and Peacock that were like launching at the time. So there's kind of an appetite for just like, we just need new stuff that kind of relates to old stuff. Hey, a Fresh Prince show? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember seeing
I remember
this
being,
video?
I feel like this was I don't remember I didn't know about the video.
Mm.
But I feel like I saw a lot of like commercials right before this first aired, like to really hype it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember anything about it, but I watched the first episode, and I remember not being interested after that. I was like, "Where's Goofy Will?"
Mm-hmm.
I remember when this was coming out and people were pretty hype about it, and like it was like, oh, new serious Fresh Prince, and I was like, cool, have fun, I'll be over here.
Yeah.
So I've never seen this show at all.
It is a little silly to go like the success of the Fresh Prince show is like Will Smith is so charismatic and funny, and weighed, balanced by oh shit, I'm not gonna come up with his name now, but the guy who plays Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
And the gravitas that he has with that character. To be like, but what if this was just all serious now?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
What
It could be really. I mean, because really, the like story behind it, like just even in the intro song, like it's pretty dark.
Yeah, pretty
like,
serious. Like, yeah,
like pretty messed up.
there's some violence, and he needs to like leave town,
Yeah.
and now he's a fish out of water.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just waiting for someone to start singing the theme song.
well, what is the theme song for this show?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
for this
what's the
show.
theme
You
song
know?
gonna be
Oh
just
man.
like a slow piano version of the Fresh Prince theme song.
In West Philadelphia.
It's a children's choir singing it.
Just slow and sad. Oh boy.
Yeah, so I'm interested. I mean, it went 4 seasons, so somehow they were able to make something of this. But it seems like a thing that should
I mean, it
not succeed.
just ended.
Yeah.
It just ended.
It
Yeah, it just ended in December.
That blows my mind.
You-
I thought
you
a
could-
season maybe.
You would ask me if that show was still on. I would have said absolutely not.
Yeah.
And then I would have been right by less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
because I think the last episode was on December 8th of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit over a month now.
Yeah.
I would have been right, but I would have been like, that show, when did that happen? 2022 is when it started, and I would have been like, yeah, I made it to 2023 maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like it's a very 2010s thing of like, what if we took a thing and made like the serious version of it, and mostly it was jokes, but then sometimes they turned into like real ideas. Like there was also that someone made like another like YouTube short, but it was like gritty Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
And then that turned
I remember
into
that.
a movie.
Yeah,
right?
and that movie
And
sucked.
that movie sucks.
And nobody wanted that, it turned out.
Yeah. But mostly it's just jokes when people are just like, hey, what if we made a gritty reboot of like Winnie the Pooh or some shit?
One of my greatest triumphs was getting Joe to watch the Power Rangers movie and like him knowing like, I don't know if it's gonna be good, and then he was like, holy shit, that was bad.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Oh boy.
But you were like, you should just watch it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, trust me, Joe. You'll be
Rude.
you'll be enthralled one way or the other. The interesting, I'm reading the very first like line of like the synopsis. That you're not gonna read this one, Jim, because it's so long. But it says, West Philadelphia straight A student Will Smith has a high chance of winning a college basketball scholarship. Straight A student?
Huh, that doesn't sound like
Apparently.
the Will
It
Smith
doesn't
I
sound.
know.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
something the Fresh Prince I've heard of.
What Fresh Prince is got straight A's, more like dork Prince. Am I right?
Yeah, Nerd Prince, am I right?
Nerd Prince.
Geek Prince. Sorry, I just wanted to get in on this. Yeah,
No wonder he got beat up.
It all
interesting.
makes sense now, actually.
Yeah, I didn't. Man, I wonder what comedy will be in this, if
Mhm.
anything. I mean, it's got to be funny at times, right? It's got a good balance. It's like the opposite balance of like a Frasier, where it's funny most of the time, and then
Mhm.
it's serious.
Fresh Prince.
No, this Fresh Prince, is this going to be like very serious, or just like
And
drama,
sometimes
and then
fun.
just some comedy potentially? I don't know. I'm going to go in with an open mind.
I'm picturing.
I'll give it
This
15
Is
minutes.
Us, but with Will, but the character's named Will Smith.
Yeah, is the character still named Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Aren't
it was
they
just
all
in
the
February.
same?
Yeah, I just said it.
Aren't they all the same people?
I mean, straight A student Will Smith.
Yeah, I guess.
Is there a Dr. Phil in the
It's
house?
funny
he
'cause, like-
moves with Will's mother and her brother-in-law, Philip Banks,
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Phil,
All right.
Man,
cousin Carlton.
Carlton's not gonna dance at all.
Ugh.
Just do a sad version of the Tom Jones dance.
Yeah, let's
You
watch
don't
it.
you don't call it the Carlton. You call it the Tom Jones dance.
The OG.
I give respect on that.
I call it the Fortnite dance.
Isn't
Ew.
it Fortnite?
Yeah, apparently it
I'm sure it's a
like was in Fortnite, and they did it, and then the Carlton was like, "I'm gonna sue you."
Oh,
Or
no.
something, because they just put it in. They didn't
Mhm.
like license it, and it's kind of
Sure.
like, that is kind of like an iconic. Like, people know.
Yeah,
what
I guess I
that
wouldn't
is.
think that it would be licensed.
I don't know how to like license a dance, but
Yeah.
it's like someone owns the Macarena, right?
Someone,
Or
someone gets
did.
royalties off of that.
I'm put my name in for it right now.
Someone owns Mambo Number 5. That's not a dance. It's just
Lou Bega owns Mountain Runner 5.
goddamn right he does. Okay, so the first episode of Bel-Air, which I think we've never said the name of the show we're
Oh,
actually
yeah.
watching.
Yeah, we did. I
No.
think.
Yeah, Fresh Prince. It's called Dreams and Nightmares.
Mm.
Dear
So-
Lord. Starting hard in the paint.
Hey, well, at least it's not called Pilot, so it's one up from the Fresh Prince already, I think. So we'll see. But we're going to watch that, and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Bel-Air. It was called Dreams and Nightmares. Do you have a write-up, Jimmy?
Sure do. West Philadelphia straight A student Will Smith has a high chance of winning a college basketball scholarship. After a game, he and friend Trey are insulted by a gang member and make a bet with a drug lord. And Will and Trey win, but Darnell instigates a fight by throwing a basketball at the drug lord's head, making it seem like Will threw it. When Rashad and his crew gang up on Trey, Will clears the court by firing Trey's unregistered gun into the air and is arrested. Will's mother and her brother-in-law Philip Banks get him released and flown to Bel-Air in Los Angeles to live with Philip and family. Will hitches a ride with local Jazz and goes to a fundraiser for Phil's district attorney campaign. There, Will flirts with Lisa, his cousin Carlton's ex-girlfriend. Will later nearly starts a fight when Connor, Carlton's white lacrosse teammate, raps the N-word a lot. And then Will eventually catches Carlton sniffing Xanax and agrees to stay silent if he helps get Phil to ease up on him. At Connor's beach party, Will kisses Lisa, and jealous, Carlton pushes Will into the pool. Will cannot swim, so Lisa pulls him out. Will then punches Connor and Carlton.
I mean,
credits rolled.
I wrote probably punches Carlton because we didn't technically see it.
He punched him. Let's be real. Yeah. Definitely a drama. Definitely not the Prince of Bel-Air that we know.
I'm not 100% sure there was a single laugh.
They tried. There's a couple.
The Jazz stuff was funny.
Jazz
I think it was
funny.
just cool. Jazz is just cool.
DJ Jazzy Jeff. There was a couple like nods to like the original theme song that were supposed to be kind of funny. And Will, I feel like he was kind of trying. Definitely not as charismatic as the real one. The real Will.
The real Will Smith, played by Will Smith.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that is true. Definitely a young, real Will Smith in Fresh Prince definitely was quite the sight to be seen. Quite the charismatic man.
Mm-hmm.
He had an air about him that was very entertaining. And this one, you can
Bel-Air.
tell, it kind of feels like he's, I mean, what an impossible task.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
In reality. So, I get it. But
especially in a drama where we actually saw the shit go down. Like, I think it's harder to root for someone when you saw the mistakes they made.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we didn't actually see Will do anything really bad besides the, quick little fight on the basketball court and the theme song.
yeah, well, I mean, Fresh Prince Will Smith is just like kind of like cocky fast talker or whatever.
Yeah.
And like Bel-Air Will Smith is
He's like a real
he's like
moody teen.
Well, he's just like an egomaniac, like just really like, I mean, obviously it pointed a lot towards some of the obviously very rough things that he had to deal with.
Sure.
But then he's just got all this like pride and whatever, all this shit that's going to just bring him down.
Sure.
That it's just like
He's got to prove himself.
So it's like, yeah, he's a definitely much more of a flawed main character than what the Will Smith in Fresh Prince is, which is interesting.
Yeah, you gotta give it some depth,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that in the original Fresh Prince a little bit, like from time to time, with like the dramatic moments of like but obviously it was not like nearly to this degree. But
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, we also get an hour in this first episode to like get to know him, whereas we get like 23 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
In Fresh Prince. Joe, what are you thinking over there?
I mean, overall, I think we should walk through it, like
yeah,
plot wise. But like overall, I think
definitely.
that there were just things. There are a lot of things that I liked, but I wonder how much of that will sustain over even like a season. I think it's a tough thing to do. Like
Carlton's not a cokehead for 4 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like there's a lot of this that I'm interested just based on I've seen the other show. And like how much, like at some point you need to hand off my interest in like, well, let's see what like this character is up to? Are they going to do this? And they need to hand that off to like, oh, actually, I like this show on its own. And at this first episode, I'm just kind of interested to see the comparison between Fresh Prince and this.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But yeah, the first section we get, all of the Philly backstory, which isn't really something we get in the original show. I've seen a lot of the original show.
Nice.
And like you really only get the background of what happened in Philly in the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like one other episode where like Will goes back to try to like, sort out things in Philly, but like you don't really get to see what the actual inciting incident was, except for like the silliness in the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like this, they fully go through it, and it's a little bit more, again, like, gritty Fresh Prince, where it's like Will is on the basketball team, but like he's got like, friends and acquaintances who are into some street stuff, and then like they're playing a street ball game that gets out of hand, and then his buddy ends up getting beat up, and so Will like pulls out a gun and like shoots into the air to like try to break up the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then cops show up, obviously, but like it's a lot more of a like it's not just a fight. There's like firearms involved.
Mm-hmm.
And also like, clearly like Will has made some mistakes here, and it's not just like some guy beat him up and he was just there and got in trouble for being in a fight. It's like, no, you pulled out a firearm and like escalated this thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, his buddy was getting just stomped.
He was just getting jumped, by a bunch of dudes.
But like, also that dude tried to talk Will out of doing this at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Will was like, I gotta prove myself.
Yeah,
because
like,
I don't got a daddy.
There's no winning in like playing a street ball game against these dudes.
No,
like you win the game or you lose the game, you lose your shit. You win the game, like it's not gonna end up well either.
Yeah,
like
they also did the thing because the inciting incident was after they like won the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then like the guy they played against like threw a ball.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know if he was trying to throw it at like the top gangbanger guy that like made the bet, or he just
accidentally,
or he just hit him on accident because he was going for like Will or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like one of those, it's one of those things. Sometimes you like watch TV shows and you're like, if everyone would just like explain,
just like
themselves like a little bit. I mean, not saying that like the gangbanger guy's like the most like. Well, I'll reason with you.
Yeah, or even Will too, right? Like,
I'm sure,
and definitely not Will either.
Yeah.
But it's just like Will's like, I didn't throw that like that guy did or something,
Yeah.
Like not necessarily problem solved, but
also that other dude bounced immediately.
Yeah,
he threw it and I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
You saw what happened.
So this show kind of has that issue a little bit where people don't want to explain things to each other.
Yeah.
Like that was a thing. I understand that. It's heat of the moment, some crazy stuff. But then he gets to Bel-Air, and then, Uncle Phil's like, don't tell anybody anything kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
Well, he's afraid it's going to damage his campaign here for DA.
Yeah, no, I get that. But it's also kind of like maybe the people inside of the household can know.
Sure.
Maybe don't tell Ashley because she's like 5. But like,
sure.
I feel like like Hillary and like Carlton are like, they're old enough, and I think they would know better than to say shit like that to like other people, because they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Carlton's not going to be like, my gangbanger cousin's here. Like he's not going to say that because he doesn't want to like look bad. Because he's let's be. I mean, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like this Carlton's kind of a piece of shit.
He is, but like, I feel like he had the most depth of anyone in this show. We should keep talking about what happened. And
we'll get to Carlton.
I think we should jump forward with the Trey guy because he's like barely in it.
Yeah,
we can be done with Trey
mm-hmm.
because Trey
He'll probably
jumped.
be dead soon.
Yeah, so Trey was jumped. Will goes to jail. So does the drug lord guy for some reason because I guess he just got caught, which seems wild.
Yeah,
you've been a drug lord this whole time. You're just getting you or the.
Well, he did get punched by Will too, right? So like maybe he was still recovering
he was just
from
down.
That.
Yeah, could be. But
those cops were there fast.
yeah, immediately.
Yeah, that's some movie magic right there. Cops showing up.
They were
that
just
fast.
around the corner
Yeah.
waiting for the gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
But so, like, Will gets out, and the drug lord guy sees that, and he's all pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But so later, when Will's in Bel-Air, Trey calls Will, and is like, "Where are you? Like, they're looking for you.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna hurt you and then hurt me." And he's like, "I'm in Los Angeles." Like, oh my God, like, you have to get back here. And then Will's afraid for Trey's life, and then tries to leave by calling Jazz again.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets caught immediately, and then is like, just text Trey like, "Sorry, dude, can't leave."
Yeah. So Trey is probably not long for this show, I would assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so Will gets out of jail, and you know, Uncle Phil made some calls, and it's immediately like his mom is taking him to the airport from jail.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta go.
You're out
It's
of
kind
here.
of wild.
Yeah.
And then when he gets there, one of the bigger switches is that the cab driver, you know, who's driving an old classic car like in the intro of the original show, but the
Mhm.
cab driver now is Jazz, and that kind of like short circuits a little bit like how we get to see Jazz. He's the
Mhm.
guy that originally introduced him to the city and drove up with him, and like, so that's their like first intro to Jazz.
In the original, Jazz is Jazz just like another high school buddy in Bel-Air? I can't remember how
I feel
that...
like there's just like is a guy that he just kind of always knew, and like whether he's from Philly or what, but it's just like a guy that Will always knew.
Yeah.
Just one of his guys.
Classic.
Yeah.
Jazz.
But yeah, so Jazz is a little bit of just like a little bit of like a lighter character. The thing that I laughed most at is when they pull up to the mansion, and they get out of the car, and like they're just kind of like in awe of like this house and all of like the like people working there and stuff, and Jazz is just like, "Man, I didn't know your family was white."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
It's a good bit.
Well, yeah, because they showed up during a campaign party for Phil.
Yes, it's a fundraiser because Uncle Phil is running for DA. And so that's what's currently happening at the house. He first sees Aunt Viv at the door, and Aunt Viv is just like, "Let me like show you your." Oh no, it's
He
actually
first sees Jeffrey,
it's Jeffrey first. That Jeffrey meets them at the
butler.
car.
who's also like British. Is the because
I
the original is he's maybe not British. He's just like very proper speaking.
Yes, I almost thought it was maybe like a Nigerian accent.
Oh yeah, no this
This one,
Jeffrey.
this one,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
No, yeah, in the original show, he's just like a British butler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also later Will called him
Idris.
yeah, like Idris Elba.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe it is some sort of British.
Yeah. But yeah, they meet Jeffrey first. Any impressions of Jeffrey? He's a little more. Again, everything now is a little bit more serious, but it's
Mhm.
like you get that element of like Jeffrey he's an adult and he's adulting, but also
Mhm.
he can kind of banter with Will a little bit. He can like get on his level in a way that like Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil can't. At least that's what they hint at with like some of the jibber jabber at the beginning, where
Yeah.
they he gets the Idris Elba joke, and that he like makes reference to like Kobe or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this Jeffrey goes hard.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I feel like this Jeffrey
So
better.
did the OG though.
Yeah, but I feel like I like this Jeffrey better.
Yeah.
1 point for
They're both
Jeffrey. Bel-Air. 1 point for Will Smith. Fresh Prince.
Fresh
So
Prince, yeah,
one
we're
right
gonna
now.
take score on that. Jeffrey first, and then when they go through the door, then they meet Aunt Viv, and Aunt Viv is initially very warm, of like, so happy you're here, etc., etc. But then there's a little bit of like weirdness where like there's clearly this party going on, and Aunt Viv's
Mhm.
just like, why don't you just go to your room and
Kind of
rest?
shooing him away.
Yeah, and he's like, no, why don't I go like get some food or something, or like
Something's going
go
on
say
here.
hi to Uncle Phil. And she's like, oh yeah, sure, let's do that.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
I'm trying to think of who's the next person he meets. Is it just it's
real quick.
Hillary, right?
Real quick,
Okay.
Viv. Yeah. Viv.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aunt Viv.
Sorry, for a second I was confusing because the mom is Vi, right? It's like
Oh, Vi is in Violet.
something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
I just like hurt myself doing that. Viv, Cassandra Freeman was in Luke Cage.
Is
Of
that
course.
new Aunt Viv?
Jimmy always finds a Marvel character.
Well, and Vi is April Parker Jones, who's in Supergirl, and she's also in she's in like one season of Supergirl, but she's in like the whole season. But she's also in Jericho, which we did a while back, a long while back. Okay, sorry, Hillary. I liked Hillary.
Yeah, he meets Hillary in the kitchen, and she's like maybe not Instagram, but she's just an influencer.
Yeah.
She's showing around her followers like the spread at the party and stuff, and showing how fancy it is.
Mm-hmm. So she's a foodie.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, this is how rich people live, everybody.
But she brings him to, I think, Carlton's room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because then later, we'll get to that. Carlton's room to go to his closet to like dress him up.
Mm-hmm. For
and
the party.
She says she doesn't live in the house; she lives in the pool house because she needed the space and she needed the kitchen for her foodie influencer videos.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was fun.
She's a lot like compared to, again, you just always compare back to the old show.
Mm-hmm.
And like while I like the Hillary character in the old show, it's like she's a lot more in the new show. She's a lot more like personable, and it's like, oh yeah, this is like a nice friendly face for Will.
She's more likable.
Yeah.
And like friendly to Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was super friendly. She was just like, let's get you clothes, let's just hang out, let's just do whatever, let's include you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the inclusion of just like, cool, yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Like I don't remember the other Hillary like that at all.
No.
It was just kind of a ditz and just not,
Yeah, just kind of in her own thing.
Yeah.
So to me, again, you're kind of like gliding along with Will here and just like getting introduced to these people, and you're like kind of reading them one to one of just like, do I trust this person? Is this person okay? And like Hillary was the first person I was like, oh, okay, we're okay here.
We're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna survive.
Is it Uncle Phil after that?
I think so. I don't think we met Ashley till a little later.
It's close between Ashley and Uncle Phil, but it's like, yeah, then Will goes out to the party, talks to Uncle Phil while he's like talking to some like other fancy looking older black gentleman.
Mm-hmm. It's like a judge, I think he said, and
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the other one was.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit too like similar to like Aunt Viv, where it's like, hey, Will, good to see you. Maybe go away now for the like, just maybe
I am
don't
busy
be here right now. And then somewhere in there is Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just kind of like there though. It's like, hey, I'm Ashley. And it's
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. You're a little kid. That's kind of all she did.
Yeah,
the
a
whole
little
episode.
kid, not super annoying, which is great.
Yeah, she's not too little.
Yeah.
She's like young,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not annoying. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good Ashley.
Will orders a cheesesteak from the like chef in the garden because Ashley tells him he could just order whatever you want.
From like the 3 Michelin star chef they had. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess also while he's having that cheesesteak, he meets
Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
who like is a character. I mean, seems like her character may be a little different in this show, but like Lisa was the name of like Will's girlfriend character in original Fresh
Okay,
Prince.
I thought so.
But the wrinkle in this one, and again, kind of like the Jazz thing, where it's like Jazz is also the cab driver, is like Lisa in the new show is Carlton's ex-girlfriend. which
Twist.
I'm fairly sure was not a connection in the
Carlton
first-
never
Carlton
had a girlfriend.
No,
Date.
no.
No. It's too busy.
So yeah, he meets Lisa, and there's some clear like initial attraction there, which is complicated by like that's Carlton's ex.
Mm-hmm. And then Carlton comes
and then
over
Carlton,
right after that, right?
yeah.
Or
So
during that, I'm not sure.
yeah, you were mentioning earlier about Carlton, and I like that he's like a really interesting character, and I think like of all like the actor performances that I'd seen so far, like I'm most intrigued in Carlton.
Same.
Like they dress and cast him up well in that like he's a little short guy. He can kind of talk a little nasally.
He can do the Carlton.
He's like there's some dork energy there, but it's clearly not the same as like kind of like harmless nerd Carlton from the original show. It's a little bit like
it's like angry nerd.
It's a
right?
little bit like, is this like a weird incel guy or like like you worry about this guy of just like he's got a little bit too much energy. He feels vaguely conservative. Like what is going on with this kid?
Sure. I think there's also a little bit of, or I got the sense of like he's trying to like desperately fit in.
Yes.
And so that's why he lets these other like white lacrosse kids just kind of do whatever, say whatever. And he's just trying to like not rock the boat.
Yeah, because that's the next bit is like,
isn't it kind of the theme between Will and Carlton in the original is it's kind of like Will kind of teaches him how do people act. That's the wrong way to like, but like I'm from the streets and this is how we do it at home.
Yes.
This is kind of my culture.
It's the culture.
This is my black culture and yours is like you're super rich dude trying to like impress white kids.
Yeah. And you live in a world that is like, there are very few black people.
Where when I got dropped off, the guy thought you were all white.
Yeah.
Like kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I think they're doing it almost kind of a similar thing, but just obviously a little bit more extreme.
Yeah. And a lot more depth. Also, Lisa was it at the party
at
later?
The beach party.
She says there's a quick line of like he's like been through a lot, so like there's something there.
Yeah, she was saying like
Carlton.
how much like how I've never heard of you before, Will. Like, do you even really know Carlton? Do you know what he's been through?
Yeah. Something's up there. We're gonna find out later.
Because the Carlton character, he's like got this like nerd energy, but he's like, he's also like a little guy, but also kind of jacked, and he like snorts Xanax.
Yeah, he's just ready to blow.
He said it was Xanax. That's all I'm saying. Sure. I'm not so sure.
I mean, he didn't seem coked up, really. If that's what they were going for.
I don't really know what Xanax does to you, so
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why you need to snort Xanax, but
it's high school. Snort whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, but like so,
whatever.
In the original show, it's like Carlton's like, part of like the Young Republicans Club and wears like sweaters and shit. And then in this one, it's like he's playing
Young
lacrosse.
Republicans are different these days.
Yeah, a little bit different where it's like he's on the lacrosse team and then Will finds him, after lacrosse practice in the locker room with the boys, some of whom are white.
Most of whom are white. And they're like, sing along to this song that, drops the N-word at the end of every phrase. And like all the white kids are just yelling along with it. And Will's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not okay. And the white kids are just like, it's very okay. I just did it. Oh no.
Oh yikes.
I think there's a lot of learning like ability for everybody right there.
And Carlton backs it up. He's like, they're like these black rappers are selling this to all these white kids. And I will say I've known a lot of white kids to listen to a lot of rap. And rich white kids.
Yeah.
It's
and
true.
That is
real.
an element too, where I'm not not saying like, Carlton's right 100%, but like there's an element to that where like that makes the show just like a touch like more nuanced, where like it's not just like Carlton saying like, oh well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like he's making a decent point that like all of this is pop culture, and like there is an element of this where it's like we're just like, if you're going to sell pop culture, whether it's hip hop or whatever, and you sell it to mass media, they're going to take it and do what they want with it. And like, there's a question there of like, because you're selling this, does it make it okay for everyone else to do what they want with it? Or like, do you still own some part of that? that's a complicated question.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not so complicated that like maybe a white kid shouldn't be yelling the N-word. But there is a strand there that makes it interesting.
It is also they don't look like they're kids, but they are kids in like high school.
Mm-hmm.
And they
hate Jews, which is weird. These young Republicans, I don't know what that's about.
Well, I was just gonna say that they're still like in developmental and they're just young and like adolescents, so they're just like
frontal
I'm gonna
lobe.
do it. It's just, I mean, it's not. In my opinion, it's not okay for them to do it then. But it would be different.
Really
it was a bunch of 30-year-olds.
They're figuring stuff out still. They're testing boundaries, right? Like they're like.
And as far as they get the limited like black people that they hang out with closely. Mm-hmm. Like the one is like, I don't care.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even
it's
if
a permission system that way,
you know, I bet he cares. But like, you know,
right? Yeah.
But like,
for sure.
but they don't think he cares, or they don't care because he at least says he doesn't care.
Yeah, it gives him enough permission.
And then gives him permission.
I think that's a part of what's interesting to me about Carlton too, is that he's sort of built himself into this, and he's afraid of it all coming down.
Yeah.
And so Will is this like threat to that, and then at the party, Connor's like, you gonna let him go be around your girlfriend like that or something?
Yeah, that was an interesting thing because it was like there was like a breakfast scene where like Carlton mentioned that he has this like pool party that he's going to or whatever, and then like Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv was like, great, bring your cousin, you can introduce him to like all your friends and just like, you know, let him meet people. And like
some school kids, and
like Carlton was like, no. And in my head I was just like, why wouldn't you? That seems like the lowest stakes way to like be like, okay, I got this cousin living with me, I have to do shit with him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know a whole lot about him, but like maybe I'll just like, to me it seems like bringing him to a party is the easiest thing, because it's like even if you don't like this guy, you could just kind of like leave him by himself.
I mean,
and, like, it'll be
that's really what he did.
Yeah, right.
Except it just kind of all came back around.
Yeah, but then later in the show, it makes more sense to me that it's like, well, actually, like Carlton has this whole thing built up, and like now introducing another character to this like has the potential to derail things.
Throws it all off. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a totally different, you're a totally specific person in this group, and you don't want anyone to mess that up.
That was the well, I mean, after the breakfast, it was just kind of like they had a little bit of time before they went to the party. What happened in between.
We kind of stepped over like some of the Uncle Phil stuff where it's like or you know, Will trying to leave. He tries to like escape in the middle of the night because he just doesn't feel welcome there, and then Uncle Phil and Jeffrey find him. Uncle Phil gives him this speech of just like, this is your shot. Like, you have an opportunity to make something of yourself here. Like, we want you to succeed. Give it a shot. Which I think is an interesting. I thought that was an interesting moment, like just writing wise, because it's like, you want to give a moment here in this first episode where you're like, okay, like give an Uncle Phil, Will Smith moment.
Gotta have it.
Right? But it's the first episode. So you can't quite like you can't resolve all the conflict. You can't like make it all like, oh, these guys love each other now. And that's what they do, is just like, it's still not like, I want you here, Will. I see you like my son. It's just like, hey man, neither of us want to do this, but like, this will probably be good for you, I guess. Yeah. So don't screw it up.
Yeah. And then after Phil talked to Will, then when Phil was in the bedroom with Aunt Viv, they kind of like were, you know, he was like, you can't, like, we're in the middle of all this crap. I'm trying to be DA or whatever. Was DA?
Yeah, DA.
And blah, blah, blah. But they made it seem like he was like, I really like fucking like jumped over mountains to like get this to happen for Will. As if like,
favors.
As if like, if anybody finds out what he did somehow, he like can't be DA anymore. It's going to really hinder him.
Might have been slightly unethical, or
yeah,
some
he
nepotism
pulled
or
some
something.
strings. Yeah.
Might not look good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Although these days, doing lots of shady shit will make you the president. So
yeah, just kind of expected.
it'd be better if he was a felon.
The more felonies, the better, I hear.
But yeah, what else?
So yeah, that was the part we just skipped over that, but then it's
Mm-hmm.
the last bit is just the party, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
went to school for a little bit,
Yeah.
but that was just like the locker room scene that we talked about.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever. And then they went to the party, but before the party, I guess, is when Will walked in and saw Carlton doing Xanax.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Which is a quick scene before the party, which that was just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
Will's like, I ain't a narc, I ain't gonna tell any bro, kind
yeah,
of thing.
Yeah.
But it was a good look into. I think maybe the Carlton had the most character development.
Yeah,
So then I'm thinking,
it's very interesting. Yeah.
and then they have the party, and like you said, Joe, low stakes technically. Like Carlton basically just like was like, "Okay, I'll see you later," and
Yeah,
like they both kind of did their own thing. The problem is
Carlton's still just sniffing Xanax.
yeah,
That's what his thing is.
just chugging Xanax. But the problem is that Will's thing that he did was he went and he found Lisa,
Mhm.
and then he like hung out with her all night, and they seemed to have a good time. And Lisa was mildly concerned that he was Carlton's cousin, but
Mhm.
that didn't seem to mind too much later on.
Yeah.
Because then eventually they're
Got over
like,
that pretty quick.
yeah, because later in the night, then they're dancing by the pool,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe kissed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when
Connor,
Chad,
yeah, was
Connor,
like,
Chad.
Connor, Chad, or something.
was like, go get Lisa back,
Mhm.
and then Xanaxed up Carlton is like, yeah, I'm gonna go find her, and then sees Will and her making out, and is all hopped up and
yeah.
freaks out.
And then he pushes Will into the pool.
Mm-hmm.
But Will, don't do that.
Yeah.
And that is swim.
Yeah. Thanks to the one line we heard earlier in the show when he saw Lisa swimming, and she's like, "You want to come in?" He's like, "I don't do that."
I love that. I don't do that. Like, oh, so you can't swim. And then Lisa jumps in and saves him.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he gets out of the pool, he punches Connor and Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, he punched Connor. I was like, that's going to be a problem. And then he punched Carlton. I was like, I think it's going to be less of a problem.
Yeah, that's two cousins working stuff out.
At least, like, like, they'll just be like, okay. So, I feel like Connor's going to be some sort of bad guy, at least in this first season.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for all
Sure.
time, because it seems like Connor's no good for Carlton either.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least.
He's kind of a little Slytherin kid. Who's that kid
I don't see the reference.
with the platinum blonde hair?
Drake.
You're talking about
Draco.
Draco Malfoy.
Draco
Draco.
Malfoy. He's a real Draco.
Mm.
Me and Joe have never seen the Harry Potters, but
Yeah.
we know we can
That's
we can do it.
outrageous.
There's no point.
Outrageous. Are you kidding? You know how much money was spent on those movies? The entertainment value is outrageous. It doesn't even matter whether you are into them or not.
All right.
Oh, sure, okay,
Um,
whatever.
Okay, also,
After I watch Beavis and Butthead Do America, then I'll start into those.
hell yeah. My one last thing is that both Phil and Jeffrey were both in Arrow.
Phil looked familiar to me.
He was also in an episode of The Boys.
Just one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was in one of the Star Treks. I don't know. There's been like 8 Star Treks, I feel like, in the last 5 years. So I don't know.
I liked the way the way the show looked and felt.
Whatever you want, man.
There was just like an energy to it. It felt very, I don't know, a lot of times when I see like kid or high school stuff, it's hard to replicate like in a realistic way because like high school kids are actually just like huge dorks and you don't actually want to see like dramatic shit with them. So it has that element too, where it's like it's a very heightened version of high school shit.
Sure.
But it does have like a high school kid energy, of just like everything's super important and like
True.
and, and like all of the ego and emotions and like don't touch my ex-girlfriend type of stuff, where it's just like it kind of works for it in the like hyper dramatized way, and just like the stuff of like both. There were 2 locker room rap scenes. The one we mentioned was the end one with in Bel-Air, where it was the white lacrosse kids yelling the N-word. But like earlier, if you remember, it's Will and his buddies, all black,
Yeah.
in the basketball locker room, also yelling a rap song with a bunch of N-words to it, and that had a lot of energy, and it just kind of felt like I didn't know the song, but I was just like, hell yeah! Like,
Did you want to sing along?
I kind of wanted to. But it's like those kinds of things that just like I feel like the way that the show's structured out taps into like that energy. And then we already talked a lot about like Carlton, but I'm like just very interested in like I think the actor does a lot there of like making this character seem interesting and not just a fucking shitbag asshole cousin, but like, hey, there's something going on with this guy that you kind of want to know more about. We talked about this earlier on though, but like that I wonder, so like there are those things that interest me, but like really the thing that interests me first and foremost is like, hey, like what kind of like Fresh Prince stuff am I gonna see and do the whole like Leonardo DiCaprio gif where he's just like pointing at the screen. It's like, I remember that. I remember that
Cool backwards hat.
Pull it off. Hope so.
But yeah, so there's a lot of that that's like driving my interest in this first one, and like at one point is that stuff gonna dry up, and is enough of like Carlton and other character stuff going to carry me once that stuff dries up?
Yeah, I feel like this show, we're not going to see it, but I feel like this show probably has a banger first season.
Yeah. You can kind of imagine that, where it's like you can figure out like a lot of like dramatic plot points and stuff for like, this is going to be our first season arc, and we're going to be wondering what's happened to Will after this.
They're only 10 episodes, so they're not, we're not doing 24 episodes or anything like that.
Yeah,
sure.
But it's still hard to think after even 2 seasons, like everything that we know about now is definitely dried up, right?
Right.
Carlton's
at some point has
been to rehab and has come back.
Yeah.
He got his legs broken and the extenders put in, so now he's 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too that's a little tough, is like in a lot of like dramatic shows, the way you build up the drama constantly is you just need to keep escalating. By the end of Breaking Bad, it's like, it's not just a chemistry teacher selling drugs. Now he's a fucking drug kingpin of like the cartel. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do they manage that in just like a show about a kid from Philly
going to high school in Bel-Air?
Going to high school in Bel-Air. Like, you worry a little bit that like, by season 3, it's like kind of nuts, but like, who knows?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if everyone at the end of this show says his name. That's a Breaking Bad joke that Jimmy wouldn't get because he refuses to watch the show.
I mean, maybe someday.
If you don't watch it, eventually I'll just watch it with Noah myself.
Oh, God. He probably will watch it before I do.
Predictions?
Predictions.
Yeah. All right. Here, I got 4. I think I remember that they were moving out of the Bel-Air house at the end of Fresh Prince.
Yeah. There's a very famous gif of like Will Smith alone in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing that again. They're moving out.
Okay.
Number 2, I think Jeffrey says Master Will.
Master Master Will.
Because it doesn't seem like something this Jeopardy would do.
True. Yeah, I don't think we're doing Master anymore.
But I think he does it.
Okay.
I think Will is going to be heading to college on a scholarship.
Mm.
And I wrote probably basketball, but
Mm-hmm.
could be academic because apparently he's really smart.
Yeah. Who knows?
For West Philly.
Because there was that moment
that was a West Philly 97%.
Not for Bel-Air.
when Will was getting arrested. He was saying like, "Oh, my arm," and I wondered if that was going to be a thing where it's like, "Oh, he can't play basketball anymore."
Huh. Seems like
totally
he could
missed
throw a punch pretty okay.
He's been
So-
punching.
He's going to be a boxer now.
It was his left arm.
Uh,
Right is still good.
And then my last one is I think Hillary and Jazz are together.
Oh.
Good for them.
And I wrote a fifth one, but it's not a real prediction. But I just wanted it to happen that Uncle Phil gets fat.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was not even a little bit fat.
No.
In
No,
this.
he looked great.
So
To the point where when Will walked up to Uncle Phil and Uncle Phil was like kind of giving him a weird eye,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh shit, is that not Uncle Phil?" Like he's like hadn't seen his uncle in a while.
Yeah. No. So that's my fake.
Okay.
My fake prediction.
All of my predictions are things that happened in the original show that I'm banking on. Like they got to the season finale or the series finale of the show, and they were like, "Oh, we didn't do that. We should throw it into the finale."
Okay.
nice.
So number one, Carlton buys a gun. That happened in an episode where like Will got shot at or something, and then Carlton buys a gun to try to feel safe. It was another very dramatic
classic.
episode. Ashley sings. That was another plot point where like Ashley like wanted to have like a singing career, but like Will was trying to like shelter her.
Ah,
I remember
of
this.
course.
Yeah. She sings Respect. Uncle Phil plays pool.
Mm.
There's an episode where like Will gets into some trouble with some pool sharks, and then Uncle Phil shows up and like hustles the hustlers.
And sure,
He's
yeah.
just like really good at pool. So, and then my last one, and this is something that happened like in pretty much every episode that Jazz shows up in, where he like gets thrown out of the front of the house.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I just have Jazz gets thrown.
Oh, nice. Those are all great. Okay. I have my number one is that Will is accepted into college.
Does he get a scholarship?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
My number two is that Will has a GF.
Mm.
And so, I guess I assume that's Lisa, but, we'll see after 4 seasons. Number three, I also have Will is going back to Philly. So, maybe he's going to Temple or something, and then I get a 2-for-1 on
I
college in
thought
Philly.
about that one too. If they were going to resolve him going back to Philly or not, but
He made a big deal at the beginning of the show of like, this is my hood. I don't really want to go to college out of Philly. And then obviously things turned quick. Then number 4 is that Carlton does the Carlton.
I thought them and then I didn't write them down, but you wrote them down after I thought. Like these
Awesome.
most of your predictions are literally ones that went, there's no way Carlton's going to do the Carlton.
Just a little bit. Come
Yeah,
on.
God, I want him
Just
to
a
do
little
it.
bit.
I want him to do it. I want you to get that point. Cool. The last episode is called The Next Act. And it looks like it was out on December 8th, 2025. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the last episode of Bel-Air. It was called The Next Act. Did you have a write-up, Jimmy?
Not really, but here's what AI says.
No.
Because IMDb has nothing, or Wikipedia has nothing, and IMDb has like one sentence. The Banks family scatters to pursue new opportunities, marking a bittersweet end to their time together in the mansion. So Will heads to a summer business program at UPenn. Carlton moves to Morehouse College, and the family prepares for a move to Baldwin Hills, near a school that Ashley's into because Bel-Air kind of sucks now. So Will got into a summer business program at UPenn.
Well, the episode starts off with like
Yeah.
Nikki's like baptism or something,
Oh yeah, baby Nikki.
and so that baby's there.
So Phil and Viv had another baby.
They did the nasty.
Kids are moving on, so they need somebody else.
You can't just be alone.
Someone else to throw money at.
Yeah, they probably can afford it, so that'll be fun.
And Carlton and Will are graduating
Yep.
from Bel-Air Academy.
Yeah, I believe so.
And yeah.
Yeah. So like the first part, we just went over. It was just Nikki's like, baptism. I just said it, baptism.
Mm-hmm.
And during that is when Will got a call.
Oh yeah.
Telling him that like the UPenn internship thing or whatever he's doing starts in a week, so he has to move in a week.
Yep.
So then this whole episode then therefore is people kind of like hanging out with Phil hanging out with Will.
Mm-hmm.
They were hanging out with Phil too a little bit, but he wasn't the main character. Hanging out with Will and kind of reminiscing, and so his mom was already there. And his mom was
for
there
the baptism.
For his graduation.
Oh,
Is why she was there. Technically,
Sure.
They just did the baptism at the same time. It sounds like.
sure.
And so then one of the bigger plot points is Will, Carlton, Lisa, and what was that other girl's name?
Ooh.
It was like Amira.
Sure.
Something like
Something
Carlton's wife,
that.
apparently.
yeah, apparently. So, and Will and Lisa were still like together at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah.
Well, they broke up.
I don't even know if they were really all that together at the beginning.
Well, they were together like when like a married couple doesn't live in the same house for a little bit.
And like cheat on each other.
Yeah, they're separated.
But then it turns out that Will lied about cheating. He was just upset that she cheated.
yeah, what a twist in any TV is someone lied that they cheated instead of cheating and getting caught for it.
Fair.
But
Kind of like how Jada. Never mind.
no, yeah, you can say it. And so
Jada totally like slept with her tennis instructor or something like that. While married to Will Smith.
but she didn't. She lied about doing it.
Sure.
I didn't catch it, but they were talking, Will and what's his name? Carlton. Will and Carlton were talking, and he was like, should we go camping anyway without the girls? And I thought like I thought it had like got canceled or something, but they just left without the girls basically to go camping together as like one last little hurrah on the beach. Mm-hmm. And the girls found out, the girls being Lisa and Amira.
Yeah, I think Amira.
She said it like one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't remember what it was. But they show up, and basically it was a setup between Carlton and his wife, apparently, to get Will and Lisa to talk again because of Will lying about cheating on her. But then they kind of like made up. They're all friends, but then Will and Lisa actually officially broke up because they're going to different colleges. Lisa's going to DC somewhere, and Will's going back to Philly to UPenn. But then they basically just had like a good old high school beach party time and made a pact.
Does sound like a great time.
And I realized that I've made 0 pacts in my life. I think it's time.
0 packs?
Have you made a pact?
I don't know. I'm
If you
married. I guess
feel
that's
like
something.
That's you made a vow.
What's the difference?
I think there's a difference. Well, there's two different words. There's a difference.
Okay.
It's two different words.
If it was the same thing, it'd be the same word.
There are no two words in the English language that mean the same thing?
Not that I know of.
Oh, my God.
Give me an example
right
now.
God damn it.
Name me a synonym.
Fucking do it.
There's a word for it. It's called synonym.
Well, okay. Now give me another word.
There's a word for two words meaning the same. Jesus Christ.
Smoke and mirrors, Jimmy.
Also Amira, Alicia Pascal Pena, was also in the Saved by the Bell reboot reimagining. I'm assuming that's more of a reboot, not a
remake.
Remake, right?
So yeah, they did that. It was kind of a little nice, heartfelt. Like they did a good job in this episode, I think, of compartmentalizing parts of Will's life and giving them all like kind of good and equal, like, I don't know, just like send-offs. Everyone got to say their respective goodbyes in their respective areas.
Mm-hmm. This show might be good, you guys.
I don't know, man. Well, I still believe.
I didn't say great.
Season 1's still probably a banger, but what's the problem in season 4?
Well, apparently Jeffrey's wanted by the feds or something.
If that's what this show becomes, it's not a good show anymore.
I did read a little bit, and I know what the problem is in season is this season 4? Well, maybe throughout
with
that
Jeffrey?
we didn't see is that Will's father is like in and out, and is an issue.
Well, I mean, if he wasn't dead, him being in and out of prison, I'm assuming.
In and out of like Will's life.
Okay, but also prison.
Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah.
It just seems like Phil being a DA and it just makes a good juxtaposition for Will's dad than to be like a criminal.
Yeah, I think I read it was like his dad Lou was basically like jealous of Phil's like wealth, and then basically did a bunch of shady shit to try to also become wealthy, and then got caught.
Hell yeah. Man, if my like brother was like, mega fucking rich, and I got none of that cheddar, I'd be pretty pissed too. Joe.
Yeah.
Super silent man over there. What do you think?
I don't think I would be that mad if he was rich.
No.
You didn't try to bunch of get rich schemes.
I was doing a little bit of research. The last episode was directed by Morgan Cooper, the guy who did the original short.
The guy who played Connor in the first episode.
Nice.
Just kidding.
What? No. More, yeah, a guy looks like it looks like that guy could have been a Morgan Cooper.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Because I was interested in like, that guy's involvement. Again, there's like a billion executive producers, but yeah, it looked like he directed the first episode and then directed one episode in the middle of like season 3, and then the last 2 episodes, and then the last episode was written by the showrunner. Because I was just interested in like how the show had like, clearly we're watching the last episode, and so we don't have all of the context, but like how the show changed in tone and how it kind of evolved from like the first episode is very focused on like, it was very like gritty Fresh Prince, and like it's rough out here, and there's like, racist white kids, and like and he's gonna fight his cousin who's doing Xanax, and then by the end it's all very like, oh, like our cousin is leaving town, so we're all like very huggy and giving speeches.
Dude, it's super Fast and the Furious. It's just family.
Yeah.
Family.
I was just thinking like,
That is interesting.
like, man, when I like graduated high school, I don't remember this being like this, like this season finale of The World, and like we're all just like, hugging and these are the last moments. It was just kind of like, I'm excited to go to college.
Get me out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was a little bit interesting, and granted, it is TV'd up because it's a series finale, but it did feel a little bit weird to me that it was just like, it kind of feels like everybody. It kind of felt like the Truman Show or something, where it's just like, oh, Will's leaving now. All our lives
super
are over.
wholesome. It got super wholesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they're having like a goodbye Will party, and like granted, it's Will who's leaving town first, but it's like. Carlton graduated too. Like, he's just sitting over here.
He's also leaving.
Yeah.
And at the time, Hillary was also leaving to Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally everybody was not only leaving the state, but possibly some leaving the country.
Yeah, Jeffrey's going, to London?
No, it sounds like he's going to Jamaica. He goes going to Kingston.
Yeah. Like, hey, Banks family, bon voyage, not just like, let's all give a speech to Will and what he meant to our lives.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah, because they like immediately like moved out of the house. Well, I mean, we saw a little montage of kind of what they were doing next, but it just seems like they were like they left, Jeffrey left, but they didn't have like other parties for other people.
I think the party might have just been because he was going out. Like Josh said, like all of a sudden he's moving out in a week.
Yeah.
And so like Carlton just went with them on the road trip because he had a couple months, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no house to come back to.
Well, no. I just think that might have been what the party situation was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one else got a big send off like that.
So yeah, a little weird. I don't know what to make of the show in general. We saw a lot of things in the like previously on that was just like
way too many things.
Wait, what?
A lot of wild things happened in this show. Not sure.
I don't think any of those previously ons would have helped me understand what this episode was about. Like, those didn't make generally what those are for, right? Like, I want to remind you of something that might be helpful in this in this next episode. And all it was like, Will's leaving.
Yeah.
A lot's going on with Jeffrey that's fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some whole other life. He's got some ring. Like, is he part of some secret society?
Yeah.
He threw that
criminal underworld.
He threw that ring. I don't think it's necessarily that big of a deal to just kind of gloss over Jeffrey, just because we have no idea what's going on whatsoever. But he did have a ring, and then he threw it away, and I feel like
that was meaningful in some way.
I feel like he's going to regret that. If anything,
sell it.
If it's just like if anything, someone's gonna find that ring and like wear it around, and like Jeffrey wouldn't be cool with that, right? If I found that ring, I would wear it around.
Yeah, sure.
Digging
in the trash for rings. Another treasure.
If you dug in the trash a couple times and you found that ring, you'd probably be like, should you be digging in more trashes?
So yeah, I don't really know what to make of this show. Based on that last episode, I don't really get how we got here. Or if this is just like, hey, this is really dramatic in the second to last episode, so we're just going to kind of coast it out for the last episode.
Yeah, I mean, this last episode was just like goodbye the episode. Yeah. Which honestly, I would, as far as the last goes, kind of probably what I want in watching a show for 50 episodes or whatever. I like it when characters get time to say goodbye, even if like, it's like, oh, we got to leave now, and it feels like maybe you got canceled the day before. But I like that they all had their time to do it.
They knew this was the last.
Right. Yeah. But I hear what you're saying, Joe, because like, what the hell are they do? What are they doing in season 4? What are they doing in season 3? I don't know. I can't.
No idea.
I
can't
cannot
read anything from it. Yeah.
I cannot imagine what this show's about. And if season 4 is like about Jeffrey being an international spy or something like that, that's wild.
I also read something briefly that Hillary was like engaged and her husband died. Was like some sort of football star. I don't know.
In this show?
Yeah, supposedly.
Because that definitely happened in the original.
Oh, okay.
Her boyfriend Trevor
died?
He was like proposing to Hillary while like jumping out of a plane or something.
So he died like comically in the in the show, but in this he probably like got shot.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was definitely like a punchline in the original show that he died.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh man.
I don't know. I thought I read that somewhere in this show that was.
That doesn't.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible they did that, but like more seriously.
But what's that?
Oh,
Like
man.
a 2-episode arc? Like, you know, that's,
If I could be making this up, but I feel like the joke was like, he was like, he was on a plane like on TV somehow, and they were watching it on TV, and then he jumps out and he says like, "Hillary, will you marry?" And then like splats, and Hillary's like, "Marry who?"
Oh boy.
I feel like that was the joke.
Sounds right. It feels right.
So there's one other thing to talk about.
no.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
hear it.
yeah. No, I know what you
Wait, what?
There's all the goodbyes, and then Jazz, Will, and Carlton they're driving Will to the airport, but they like stop off at some like scenic overlook to look out at LA.
like you did in the first episode.
They have like a
A little
little
disappointing that wasn't the same shot. Just FYI.
yeah, not quite, but
Mm.
yeah, they have a little like boy time, but then the other two walk away, and then a like kindly stranger walks up to Will, and it's actual Will Smith,
Mm-hmm.
like Will Smith, the actor from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The OG.
And then
Will
he
calls
has
him.
some little like pep talk with new Will Smith, being like, "Hey, like, it's clearly like 2025 Will Smith, because he's like, hey man, like you're gonna make some mistakes, you're gonna live through life. I'm very sorry for what I did, and
but we're gonna be okay.
yeah." What's your read on that scene? Is that
That's just. I don't know. I think that's just like him I think what it is, and it's probably never happened in the show before, so it's weird. Because I don't think he has like this weird inner monologue that he like does that. But what I presume is what they wanted it to be was just young Will looking out, like being a little bit afraid, and then just like pretending to talk to old Will.
Yeah.
To just be like, this is a growth moment.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fine.
That's what I was wondering. Is like,
but it's like
narratively
weird.
Yeah, because like metatextually, we're supposed to be like, oh shit, it's Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
Will Smith in the show with the new Will Smith. But like in the context of the show, is it just supposed to be? Yeah, that was my read too. That it's like he's somehow like visualizing his future self, giving himself a pep talk.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
But like, that's the weird part, is because then when Carlton came up and was like, hey man, it's time to go. He was like, I'm just talking to my home. What? There's no one there.
Yeah, as if it was a ghost or something.
But it's like,
or like a weird stranger.
So maybe we're gonna get like, I don't know.
Maybe he was still Aladdin, or he was still the genie, and he poofed away.
I know. Maybe season 5 was gonna be the fresh dementia of West Philly. You know.
Oh god, he's very young. Get on set.
We're gonna get a previous line, and it's a head injury that he suffered right before he got into the car.
Right before he got into the car, where? Right before he got into the car to like
go to the airport.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
like
say
whacked his head, and then.
But right
like
before
the cop's car.
Yeah, right before he got into the cop car when he was arrested.
The cop bashed him into the cop bashed him into the ground.
He completely imagined this whole Bel-Air thing.
And it's him in a hardcore security prison for owning an illegal like firearm.
Yeah.
But he's got a little snow globe of L.A.
And then side of that snow globe is the St. Elsewhere snow globe.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god! Uncle Phil's like the warden. Like Carlton's his roommate.
Yeah.
He's sniffing Xanax in the corner.
Lisa is just like a girl in a magazine he has.
No, Lisa's one of the
boy.
guards.
Oh, no.
Oh, fat Lisa, the prison guard.
I think maybe that scene
Phil's the warden
with 2 Will Smiths works just a touch better if he doesn't go. I was just talking about a guy. What?
Yeah, I
If they
don't know.
do
I
that,
did
but
that.
They don't need that. They could just
He could have just been like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go, man."
exactly. That
was it. I don't know why they made it a ghoul.
yeah. You need to do that.
Well, I mean, it was a fine finale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Again, I don't know. The last episode didn't tell me anything about the show, so I'm still stuck with my impression from the first episode, where I'm just like, I'm interested because I know the original show and I want to see, or I don't want to see the things, but I'm interested to see what they do with the things from the first show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how long that would keep my interest.
Sure. That's fair.
1 season.
Yeah, 1 season.
I think
season.
I think this show might get me for 1 season, but I can't imagine it sticks me for 4.
I think as soon as Carlton gets clean,
Stops doing coke.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I was not as interested in this Carlton, and they're like just super, just BFFs,
Mm-hmm.
just wholesome BFFs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to imagine that like once they become like good friends like that, like what's the drama?
Yeah.
So, predictions?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
You went first?
Sure. I said they're moving out of the Bel-Air house.
Got him.
That's the only thing I remember from the first episode, or from the first iteration,
Mm-hmm.
and it did me good.
By the way, do you know when we did that show? Did Prince of...
Exactly this
Fresh
time,
Prince?
4 years ago.
We did it. It aired Cinco de Mayo, 2021.
Hey.
Okay.
Cinco de Mayo. Number 2. I said Jeffrey says Master Will. He had his opportunity,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to take it. Shoot for the stars, Jeffrey. Come on. I said Will's heading to college on a scholarship, probably b-ball related. He's definitely going to UPenn. He's definitely like playing ball for them, but they just wouldn't say his financial situation.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't sit down and fill out any FAFSA.
Yeah, he could be a walk-on.
No.
So, unfortunately, that is
I mean, it's UPenn. He's to go there. He's definitely getting a scholarship, right? It's an Ivy League school.
it's an Ivy League school.
But yeah, we didn't hear anything.
We didn't really hear it. So.
definitive.
Well, and if Uncle Phil's paying for it, he doesn't need a scholarship.
That's true.
So, but I mean, he might not be, but you know what I'm saying. Like, he could. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Number 4, I said Hillary and Jazz. I saw Twinkle, man. Something's going on.
There's twinkling.
Something's
They
going
were
on.
they were
There's
talking at the
twinkles.
end.
There's Twinks.
What was your prediction?
That they're together or something like that. But I feel like I don't
I'd
know.
give it a spirit.
There's a
take it.
glimmer, right? But they're
There's-
not together.
Yeah, I'll give you a glimmer point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
we're gonna-
maybe they could be.
You wanna?
in the future.
Do you really want to introduce a 4th point system into this podcast?
Wait, a 4th? Are there a 3?
Yeah. Well, there's
Oh.
points, spirit points, netherworld points.
Oh, that's right. Nether. That's
and now you want to give me a glimmer?
Glimmer points.
first ever glimmer.
All right. I take it. I will take it. At least I'll be a glimmer champ this season, maybe. And I did have just one funsy prediction that Uncle Phil was fat, and unfortunately, he looked great.
He looked better even.
God damn,
He's a handsome man.
that man's biceps were a bulging.
Yeah.
So I will take 1 point and 1 glimmer point.
Fantastic.
I had Carlton buys a gun, and it seems like he's very chill these days. Ashley sings. No.
I feel like she hinted at it.
She had a great little like poem
Mhm.
speech thing.
Yeah.
She also Akira Akbar's her name. She
Mhm.
was little Monica Rambeau in Ms. Marvel.
Okay.
In Captain Marvel is the movie.
Cool.
John Rambo's daughter. in
I see.
Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
I figured. Yeah.
She drew First Blood.
I have that Uncle Phil plays pool, and he didn't really do any games or sports. And then Jazz gets thrown, and really no violence towards Jazz.
They really like Jazz.
They loved. He was like in the hug.
Man, it's a different world in this Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Just part of the fam. Wow.
So
no points for
No
me. Not
points.
even a glimmer.
wow.
Fun stuff, though. I had Will is accepted into college.
Definitely.
Yeah.
On UPenn. I had Will has a GF.
I think he's shown up to college single. This is
Yeah.
it for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Balls. Number 3, Will is going back to Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to UPenn.
Yeah.
And then I had Carlton does the Carlton.
Dude, I can't believe you didn't get
He
that
did
point.
so many dance moves in this.
That's the one that might be just an episode to just Google like did Carlton do the Carlton in Bel-Air?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
Did he
fun.
ever do it?
He has to have.
Because I would watch that.
Just
Scene.
like high ass Carlton at a party.
He just and then does Carlton.
Just tripping balls doing the Carlton.
I'm gonna get you.
Fantastic. So 2 for me.
All right, not bad, not bad. Cool. All right, listeners, that's going to do it for us and Bel-Air. If you want to send us show suggestions or let us know what episode Carlton does the Carlton in Bel-Air, please let us know at F&L Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, on the Instagram, those things, the things we use. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
First ever Glimmer.